What's up, everyone? Today is Monday, another day in quarantine. So, a couple things I want to talk about before we get started on today's topic is if you are new to trading, now is kind of the best time to get into the market and educate yourself. So, what we've done for you guys is we opened up one of our head mentor, Tosh's cell phone numbers for you guys. His number is 213 458 5997. You could text him directly about trading, any questions you have. If you had a good day, you had a bad day, questions about MIC, questions about stocks, text him and he will be the guy to answer. It's not an algo, it's not a computer, it is literally physically Tosh. Text him only, do not call him. His number is 213 458 5997. So today's Monday, guys. And Monday, historically, is my worst performing day in the stock market. This is because on during the weekend, I find myself so excited to get back to work, guys. Number one thing about trading is if you do not love it, if you are not obsessed by it, if it is not important to you, you will not be successful. I love the stock market, guys. I love MIC. I love helping people. So weekends are actually torture for me. Although I do love the mental reset, it's torture because I cannot wait to get back to work. I feel like I'm not alive unless I'm at my screens or I'm helping people. It's either and doing both at the same time is really good for me. It just makes me feel like the void that I have has been missing, right? So it's filled, right? So every single day, what I want to do during these recaps is walk you through my daily process, walk you through my daily routine. After repetition and repetition and repetition and repetition, maybe this is going to be the time that finally clicks with you guys. So what I always say is this: your process for the day always starts the day before, right? It always starts the day before. So let me give you an example. Today is Monday. We had Saturday, Sunday off from the market. So what I like to do personally on the weekends is it is my time to relax. I still sneak in some work. I still sneak in getting shit done. But most of the time I need to relax because I am going at 150 miles an hour Monday through Friday, 15 hours a day, nonstop. So I need to give myself a mental reset. So this weekend, I don't know what happened. I don't know how it was, but I felt so much more refreshed than usual. I took some extra time to myself. I took a nap in the middle of the day. I was eating good. I was feeling good. I was like watching TV, Money Heist. I was basically doing whatever I had to do to clear my head and flush out my head. And it's been a really long time since I had a weekend where I felt like, wow, I feel mentally clean. I feel I have so much energy. I feel like I'm good. So this mental reset over the weekend really helped me out. It really helped me out. Although I find myself not taking enough vacations or not taking enough time off, the weekend is forced time off to refresh. And I think it's essential. So coming into today, I had my mental, my brain was wired completely to the right way, right? I was focused and I was not stressed. I had nothing that I had to worry about. My mind was clear and I was ready to trade. So my process now, the night before, was taken care of. Now we talk about what happens the morning of. This morning, I woke up at 5 a.m. market time, which is 2 a.m. bow time. So I woke up at 5 a.m. because I was excited to get to the desk. I'm excited to be there. What I do is I always look at the low hanging fruit. I always look at the stocks on Friday that ran, that tanked, that I am looking to short today. So one of the main ones that was running was CEI and APT. CEI tanked. Hello. CEI tanked on Friday. So if it popped at all today, that was going to be a top watch for a low hanging fruit trade. Codex was a stock that popped after hours on Friday. This is a former runner with a lot of bag holders in it and a lot of dilution. So that was one that I was watching as well. APT was one that ran up again on Friday. It started to look like it was going again today. So this morning, I had APT, Codex, and CEI on watch from the previous day. So CEI didn't pop. Codex, I couldn't find a borrow. APT was the one that I loved. So what I do is every single Monday, I put out a free video watch list for everyone on YouTube. And then I put this video watch list for members every day or every other day. So today, if you go back to this previous video on the MIC YouTube channel, you will see my video watch list where I say that my ideal entry on APT is a push towards 17, or if it goes red, to short it when it goes red. This morning, I set a fantasy order at 16.99, a penny under 17. It hit my fantasy order, right? It hit my fantasy order while I was looking elsewhere. I was busy looking at INO, I'll explain that trade later, but I was busy looking at INO. I saw my fantasy order hit. I looked at it, top ticked the stock, and then I added to my winner. The stock APT went from 17 to red 1580 and then down to the 14s. So had you even missed the 17 push in the watch list, the watch list also told you that if the stock goes red, you can short it. So you had two possible trades from the watch list that was free on YouTube, right, to make your money. So APT was a home run trade for me, right? I did not go in looking to make a bunch of money. I did not go in looking to put my balls on the line. I pre-planned my trade at 7:50 a.m. Before most people woke up. I already had my trade plan ready. All I had to do was set my order and wait for it to hit. If it did not hit, on to the next. But if it hits, it's almost like free money. Like, I hate to say it, but like it's almost that easy, right? It's almost that easy. So that was APT. Let's talk about INO. So INO is also a coronavirus stock. The difference with INO and APT was this. APT already tanked pre-market. So I was basically just waiting for the bounce on that to short, whereas INO was still climbing pre-market. So for me, what I always tell people is the same thing. Wait for the stock to top out and then short the bounce. On INO, I think pre-market it hit a high of 875 or 880, and it went down to 850. So my plan in the morning was to short I think it was an 860 push and an 870 push. I shorted 859 and I shorted 869, a penny under those key levels. Basically, what I did is I waited for the stock to top out, right? It went up, it topped out, dipped down, and then on that lower high is where I shorted it. So I couldn't get size. I only got 1,000 shares because I was using a tenth of my position pre-market based on my rules. But that still tenth of the size gave me a stress-free trade, guys. And that's the point that I'm trying to give you is that every single day we are pre-planning our trades. Every single day we are putting our plans out and just reacting because most of these other gurus and most of these other people, they like to show up 10 minutes before the market opens, 5 minutes before the market opens, and tell everyone to hotkey buy, hotkey sell, go on the microphone, go on the screen share, go on the text message alert, buy, 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 buy. But what we like to do, which is actually called trading, is we like to wake up early, we like to do all of our research. We like to plan. We like to prepare. We like to set our fantasy orders, and we like to wait for them to execute like a professional trader. We don't hockey in, hockey out, bye, 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 listen to what some guy on the microphone or text message is saying. We are making a plan. We are focusing on our process. And every single day, we do the same process, the same routine over and over and over again. On Friday, the same exact process yielded to a $200 day, which is basically a scratch for me. But today, all I did is the same thing again, and it led to an $8,000 day. So you cannot be discouraged if you have a small day or a losing day or a big day, but ask yourself, do you have a repeatable process, a repeatable routine that you can repeat every single day, right? And if the answer is no, it's probably time to start learning and educating. And that's where the title of this video comes in from. Is it the right time to start investing in the stock market? I don't fucking know. I'm not an investor. I'm a day trader. But what I know is this: it is the right time to invest in your education. It is the right time to start while you are at this quarantine, while you are locked down, while you physically are not allowed to leave the house or go to work. Why don't you learn something, or why don't you start to educate yourself on learning how to make money when the entire world is shut off? The entire world is shut down and the stock market is still open and we are here making money. The stock market is not easy. You will not get rich overnight. You will not be rich in a month. You will not be rich in 2 months. But if you put in the work and you devote yourself and you watch the videos and you actually take this seriously, treat it more as a job and not gambling, I guarantee you will be successful. So that's it, guys. That's kind of what I want to talk about. Also, another thing is this. Remember, as day traders, we are professional athletes. We show up every day and we are athletes. We have to be conditioned. We are not supposed to be in the top physical shape. I'm definitely not in the top fucking physical shape, but I am in top mental shape because trading is a game of being mentally sharp. If you have a fight with your girlfriend, if you have a fight with your kids, or if you have a fight or you're dealing with mental struggles or whatever it is, you should probably take the day off from trading. But what I like to advise people is this: record your trades, record your screen, do recaps like this. Even if no one is watching it, do it for yourself. Because as a professional athlete, I go back and I rewatch my footage every single day. If I'm done rewatching my footage, I'm watching Bow's footage every single day. Because again, let's say you're playing football and you're a professional wide receiver, you're probably going to go back and look at your footage every single day to see what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong and how to improve it. So while most people are wasting time watching Netflix, while most people are wasting time smoking weed and drinking alcohol, we are here consistently showing up to the market and making money, guys. This process is about being consistent. It is not about sizing 50,000, 100,000 shares, 200,000 shares, options, this, that, futures, that. Show up to the market every single day and make $100 a day. That is making 10 cents on 1,000 shares, right? 10 cents on 1,000 shares. If you cannot make $100 a day, you will not be able to make $1,000 a day, right? So start with making $100 a day. Imagine, Bao said it best. What if you had someone hand you $100 a day for working 1 hour a day? It doesn't matter if you can't buy a fucking Lambo with it, but every single day you don't have to worry about your dinner. Every single day you don't have to worry about something else. And that's what it's all about, guys. Sorry, this garbage truck. Are they here to pick up my ex-girlfriend? I don't know. Anyway, let me go the other way. So let's open up to Q&A, guys. I want to kind of talk about my trading today, but now I want to open it up to you guys because I want to make this as interactive as possible, right? So whatever questions you guys have, put it in the comments here or leave it here and I'll start answering them. If all of this stuff is making sense, please leave a like on the video as well. I see the like counter go up and it shows me that you guys are understanding what I'm talking about. Sorry, it's getting hot as shit. Let me take off my jacket. Ooh, feels good. All right, guys, time for Q&A. So this is going to be an open Q&A. If you guys have any questions, leave it in the comments here, and let's go through it together, guys. Remember, ask yourself this. If you lost more than $200 today trading, it's probably time to start investing in your education, learning how to do this consistently, guys. Because if you literally, I'm telling you, man, I'm telling you, these days, college is like 50 grand a year, 60 grand a year. For $200 a day, you are going to learn how to make more than a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer combined. But that is only if you put in the work, guys. I am here 15 hours a day. Even when I'm making $8,000 a day, I am still putting in the work. So if a guy like me who's been doing it for 6 years is still putting in the work, how can you that's been doing it for 6 minutes expect to beat me without education? All right, guys, let me catch up with some of these questions now. I'm feeling a lot better. Thanks for asking. How many hours a day did I study in the beginning? I studied until my eyes started to bleed, until I was starving, until I kept doing it, guys. Wait a sec. I got to the point where I was not hanging out with my friends. I got to the point where I was not hanging out with girls. I got to the point where I was isolating myself because I knew that if I fucking worked my ass off for a year or 2 years, I could live the next 20 or 30 for free, like for as being free. And that's what mattered to me. Okay. Just wondering for APT 1690 fantasy trade, did you have a stop loss automatically done after fantasy order filled because you mentioned you were watching other stocks while it got filled? Correct. So what I like to do is I like to set my orders, and then as soon as they fill, I like to set a stop. When you are in a trade and start to stress, when do you think you could beat the stress and get back calm? So I talked about this a lot, and I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it, but I was working with Dr. Brett Steenbarger, who is the best trading coach in the business. And what he taught me is this. He said that when you are stressed in a trade, use that as your trigger to tell you that you are in the wrong trade. So these days, whenever I feel stressed in the trade, I automatically realize that I am wrong and I get out. Bao said, instead of playing Xbox all day, learn how to trade. This is the best video game I've ever played in my life. I could buy real skins in real life, not just an Xbox character. Invest in your education. 1 year of MIC membership to teach you how to trade for the rest of your life, guys. How much can you be successful if you trade only in the afternoon? Well, a lot of long bias traders make money between 10:30 a.m. and 2 p.m. So if you are a long bias trader, the afternoon is where your edge is. Can you share some of your personal trading goals now? I remember once you said you want to be an eight-figure trader, and that meant trading large caps. Is your focus now on MIC? MIC is excellent, by the way. So yeah, guys, let me kind of answer that. What my current goals are. Um, to be honest, guys, my goals these days, believe it or not, is very simple. I want to wake up in the morning and do two things. One, I want to walk away from the computer without stress, and I want to be able to look myself in the eye and tell myself that I followed my process. If I do both of those things, if I follow my process and I walk away stress free, that makes me happy. Because what I've realized about myself and what I've realized about my strategy or my personality is that the less stressed I am as a human and as a trader, the more money, the more creative, the harder I work. So if I'm sitting at the desk for 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day, being stressed, trying to make an extra $1,000, I know that I would rather not make that extra thousand. I would rather be stress free. And that to me is worth $10,000. And that's the point, guys. If you are trading and sticking to your process, if you are trading and you are stress free, consider yourself a winner. Because to me, what I realized is if I stick to the process, the money is going to add up anyway. But if I am stressed, that is going to pour into my real life and that is going to fuck everything else up. So my goal every day as a trader is to be less and less stressed so that I could perform better and better. Does that make sense, guys? Any more questions, guys? Alex, what is your hello? How are you? Alex, what is your why? Why do you want the money after 6 years? To be able to take care of my family, to be able to take care of my friends, to be able to experience all the luxuries that life happens, to be able to be free and do whatever I want, to be able to never look at the menu at a restaurant for prices. Guys, I'll work my ass off so that I could be free. That's the same point. Do you not want to not worry about your mortgage? Do you not want to worry about your car payment? Do you not want to worry about college education? If the answer is yes, work your fucking ass off for a year or 2 years and live the rest for free. People want to make more than a doctor or a lawyer or an engineer, but you will not do that unless you put in the work. A doctor goes to school for 8 years, 10 years, and you go to trading school for 10 days and you think you're going to be successful? Get the fuck out of here. How long did it take you to be successful? I still don't feel like I'm successful. I still feel like I have a lot of work to do. I still feel like I am just getting started. I feel like this is just the start of my entire journey as uh, an adult. So I don't feel like I'm successful yet. I still have a lot to do and a lot to improve on. And I'm just excited for the journey. Any more questions, guys? Can you please talk about scalping low hangers versus holding for home runs and why scalping is the best approach? Okay, so the problem is when people go for home runs, they are likely being greedy. What I've learned about myself is every single time I go for a home run, I end up losing money, guys. I end up losing money if I go for a home run. But if I take my money and walk away, I am successful. At a casino, when you are green, it is designed for you to stay longer at the tables because the longer you stay at the tables, the higher odds you have of losing money. So for me, I relate that to trading, right? So I feel like if I am still trading, if I am still at the desk, I have higher odds of losing money. So whenever I make money, I walk away, guys. I take the money and I walk away. And you should be doing the same because if you're going for home runs, if you're going for these big picture trades, sure, maybe it works one time out of 10, but at the end of the day, it will not get you to where you need to be. I want to make the most amount of money with the least amount of stress, and trading from 9:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. has yielded so many results, and I am not complaining. So I'm going to ask one more question, and then I'm going to wrap it up. Is for those that are not in MIC, for those that have not yet tried it, why have you guys not tried it yet? What is stopping you? And for the people in MIC, what do you guys think of it in this chat right now, so that other people understand? A couple more questions coming in. It's epic. It's amazing. Learn so much. Best gold. So many people ask questions that we answer in daily at MIC. It's guys, come on. You know what the problem is, Bal? I think problem is people are lazy. A lot of people don't want to put in the work. If I told someone, if I told someone that all you had to do was work your ass off every single day for a year, and then you could become consistently profitable, people would do it. The problem is that they join, they don't watch any of the videos, and they wonder why the hell they're not making any money. Guys, I put out a video watch list today for members and non-members, and only 300 or 400 people saw it. Okay, those 300 or 400 people just made thousands and thousands of dollars on APT, guys. And you're thinking you know better, and you are too egotistical to not try it out for a month? So be it. We'll continue to make money. So, any more questions, guys? I'm going to wrap this up. Again, guys, I am the one that replies to all your YouTube comments. I am the one that is here every single day with Bao and Tosh and everyone putting out content so that you guys can learn. So please, please put in the work and you will be successful. Again, if you have any questions, hit us up at 213-458-5997. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you tomorrow during Bao's Instagram Live. Later.